Right then, welcome to our aft balcony tour on Holland America Noordam. We've been staying in 5186 for 15 nights cruising around Asia. So let's show you around this room, show you what we really like and the one thing that is a problem. So stay tuned as we do that, as we turn around here, and we can start right at this end of the cabin at the storage. So Paul is going to show us how much storage we've got, which we found adequate for 15 nights, haven't we? So if you have a look. Okay.
Single wardrobe there, which I hang all my stuff on. It's not long enough to put dresses in, but it's long enough to put shirts and trousers and fleeces, etc, etc.
Yes.
And then there's a large area down the bottom where you can also put shoes or any overspill you might have.
This is what I've been using for all my dresses, and that's worked really, really well. And then next up, you've got some shelves, and you've also got an area where, as you can see, it's a little bit dark, but you can see you've got a safe. And you've also got some blankets if you want to sit out on the balcony when it's a little bit windy and not so warm. Paul has used that a little bit, haven't you, with your shoes and stuff?
Yeah.
So there's plenty of storage for a 15-night cruise. And then let's go into the bathroom, and we will...
Now this, Carol might remember, and if she doesn't, this doesn't matter for the purposes of this video, but we stayed in a cabin and the door,
the hinges go right back
all the way back.
Yeah, but sadly it doesn't. So it is a bit of a getting in and out.
You do get a bit of a bottleneck here if you're trying to do
so you go in first, Polly, I'll follow.
Indeed. See you in a minute.
Oh. Right, so I'm going to come in now, and as you can see, the bathroom, that's it, I'm in. As you can see, you've got an over shower bath. Now, we've also done a tour of a signature suite, and you'll be able to watch that and compare the size of bath, because this is more of a sit-down tub. You couldn't lie in this, and you would struggle to even get in, would you? We haven't used the bath, to be fair. We've used the shower, which has been really hot, really good, and as you can see, it's got some lovely LMS products. Lovely fluffy towels we've had, haven't we, Paulie? Yeah. And as we come round here, you'll see that you've got a sink and a little bit more space down there, and also you've got a cupboard here, which has been adequate for all our bits and bobs. And you've also got a shaver port there. So from a bathroom point of view, it's not the biggest in the world, is it, Paulie? It's not the biggest
in the world.
But it's been okay.
Shuffle that way. But like I said, I have to do the sit on the toilet test, but at least when you're sat on the toilet is at a funny angle, but there's more than enough room, which you can sit naturally instead of being all like bunched up or whatever.
You still have to lean back to get the toilet roll, which is just there. But we just put the other one you see down there on the bath. So there we are. So we're back out of the bathroom now. So, and then I'll move this way, Paulie, and I'll go forward. There we are. So, and you can see the main area of the cabin. It's been really great. It's been very spacious. As you can see, I've got a little bit of my pyjamas and my handbag and that down in that corner, but lots of space. The only tight bit here is walking there, but it's not too bad at all. So let's talk about laundry, because we had the laundry package for the duration of the cruise. It cost us just over £100 for 15 nights, and the guys in the laundry have looked after us well. We even got a little note to say thank you for trusting and using the laundry. We get a lot of comments about, oh, I'm too frightened to put my clothes in the laundry, but I've put all my dresses in, Paul's put all his shirts, everything, and they've come back excellent. So don't worry about putting stuff in the laundry, because we haven't had any problems, and it's been great value.
This is our 8th lot.
It is our 8th lot. Yeah.
So it's working out about £12.50, and that's a bag as much as you can stuff in the bag.
And it's just it enabled us to travel because we're doing another cruise after this, so do check that out with Costa Cruises, but it enabled us to just pack for 23 kilograms for a 35-night trip. But anyway, back to the cabin, and as you can see, this is my side of the bed, which has got one USB port. I don't know if you can see because that light's on. There's one USB port there, and Paul's side of the bed over here, and you've got the same.
It's the same.
Yeah.
And you can control
all the
lights from behind the pillar. That does all the lights in the cabin, and that does as well.
And as you can see, you've got a nice big telly, which has been great, and where I love to see all the maps, and we've watched some films, haven't we, because we've been on it for 15 nights. And look, I wonder if you've spotted the tulips. That's down to Paulie mainly, but look at the quizzes we've won. Woohoo! Anyway, back to the cabin. Over here you'll find a desk, which has been great to catch up with a bit of work, a kettle, and you've got obviously your tea and coffee there. We bring our own little bits and bobs too, and you've got US, and you've also got the Euro plugs, and that side as well you'll see plenty of plugs that we've been able to charge all our things, and there's USB, which you can see just by my little hairspray. We've also got a fridge down here, which we've been using just as we're getting milk from the buffet, and some water that you can get, which is included in the drinks package, because we have the have it all package, which has worked out really, really well. Over this side is another little cupboard, and in here you'll find a very good hairdryer down the bottom there, which you can't see, but basically in there is a hairdryer and a shaving mirror, which has worked well. As you can see from Paul's face, he hasn't had a shave for a few days.
Sure, worked really well.
And again, you've got 2 drawers there. Now, over here with the sofa, this isn't a sofa bed, and if Paul can just demonstrate, there are actually 2 drawers, so you've got more storage here, where you can put just some bits and bobs in here. We've hardly had to put anything in there, have we? No. Just a few electronics, but 2 more drawers there. So that's a nice little touch. So if you order your breakfast in bed, which you can do, breakfast in the cabin, we've had it here. I've sat with a chair there, and Paul sat on the sofa, and it's worked well, hasn't it, Pauline?
It's worked very well indeed. Now,
out to the balcony. If Paul just opened the door, and we can show you that this is an aft facing balcony, which you can see is a really, really good size. And as you can see from this other footage that we've taken, you can see that we have got a bit of an overhang, so when it's raining we stay dry, but at the front of the balcony you can see that it's you can be overlooked. So pros and cons of that, we don't mind, because if we're sat down we sit towards the back, but as you can see it's right at the aft, and you get these lovely wake views which are absolutely fantastic. Now let's go on to the issue. The one issue, now I'll get Paul to go in front of me, because the issue with this cabin isn't inside the cabin, it's actually outside the cabin. I want to give a special mention to these 2 guys, Dee Dee and Andy, who've looked after us fantastically. But it's not them that utilise this cupboard here, or this crew area. It's the guys that do all the sort of filling of the ice buckets and things. And as you can see in here is a cleaning area. So as you can see, they come in here and they bring all the dirty sort of room service, etc. And you can see that they also do the ice buckets. So when this is busy in here, look at the proximity to our cabin, and it's literally there. So Paul can just, your arm's width away, aren't you? Yeah, literally.
It's got an ice maker as well. And
yes.
When they're filling the ice buckets up, it sounds like somebody's filling a bucket with coal.
Yes.
And it can be, if you're a light sleeper, I think it will definitely affect you.
To be fair, Paul's found it more of an issue than I have. I haven't worried too much about it. But if you're booking this particular cabin, then it is something for you to think about.
It's not a major game changer, but for us,
no,
it could be for other
exactly.
people. And we like to point out all the pros, all the cons, and then you can judge for yourself. But we don't want to say this was absolutely marvellous and then you book, because we've had loads of people say to us, we booked that actual cabin that you stayed in because we were so impressed. So we just want to point out the pitfalls. You could be in here for 2 weeks and you might never hear a noise. You could be in here for a day and it's like, oh, I don't like the sound of that, and it usually happens quite early in the morning, like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. So, because obviously they're taking room service stuff away from the night before and they're filling up ice ready for people for that.
Exactly. So there you are. So that's our review of our aft balcony cabin on Holland America Noordam. We've got so many more cabin reviews on our channel and more information about cruising with Holland America, so go and check those out now.